this year, but she hasn't broken 23 seconds, and that's a tough old lane draw for somebody who is in many respects an outsider. Shericka Jackson, the Jamaican 200 champion this year, working on her speed this year. She's better known as a 400-meter runner. She has run 49.83 a couple of years ago. It's her birthday tomorrow, Jackson. Will she give herself an early present? This will be the athlete who might stop it, Jenna Prandini, the US champion, third in Rabat on Friday to Miller Weibo and Asher Smith of Great Britain. Dina Asher Smith. Jennifer Gallet of France goes in 5. Third in the French Championships, Jennifer Gallet. Anna Kiel-Basinska, semi-finalist of the World Championships 3 years back. Went out in the heats in this stadium last year, but 3 times the Polish champion. Good lane draw for her, lane 4. Beth Dobbin, well, she's in fabulous form as the 24-year-old rather, excuse me, UK champion at the beginning of this month in a new personal best. She missed the Commonwealth Games qualifying time for Scotland by 1/100th of a second, but boy oh boy has she come back with a vengeance. Her last 4 200s have been personal bests. Inside the Britain in 3 is Gulfen Huang, or Huang Gulfen. She goes in 2, only 20 years old, better at 400 metres. And then on the inside, Justine Palfreman, 6th in the 400 yesterday and 7th in the 4x400 metres relay for South Africa. This is her 3rd race of the weekend for Palfreman on the inside. Well, Shericka Jackson, there she is. Perhaps starts as marginal favourite on paper ahead of Jenna Prandini. She's in lane 7, the Jamaican. Suffered a slight blip in Lausanne last week. She was only 3rd in 22.8. But birthday tomorrow, what a good time to give herself a big result. That lineup from the inside again. Palfreman of South Africa in 1, Huang of China in 2, Dobbin of Great Britain in 3, Kiel-Basinska of Poland in 4, Gallet of France in 5, then Jenna Prandini, the US champion, in 6. Jackson in 7 in that yellow vest of Jamaica, Vesoli in 8 for Germany, but Prandini's blasted off and already has passed Jackson. Well, she's better known as a 400-meter runner, Shericka Jackson, for Jamaica in that yellow. Will she come back here at Prandini? The American being closed down. They're way ahead at the moment. It's going to be very tight. The Jamaican's coming. She's getting closer. She's going to get there, and she takes it by a metre. Both of them 3 or 4 metres ahead of the 3rd placer. What a wonderful race. Prandini maybe expended too much energy in the first 50 or 60. She absolutely blasted out of the block. She ran it like a 100 metres around the bend. And I know, Tony, you'll have a view on what she might have done right or done wrong in that one. But Shericka Jackson was hunting her down, wasn't she? She's the bronze medalist from Rio over 400 metres, and she ran it like a 400-metre runner. Really patient there through the second half and through the last 50 especially.
I think the instruction had been there to get out hard, try and break the stagger on the outside, put the others under pressure. But like you say, if you expend too much energy, you're not putting your hips in the right place, not coming home particularly well. Let me talk to somebody who knows more about 200 metres than me. Catherine, what do you say?
It went completely to plan.
Can you remember that long ago, Kat?
I can indeed. I can remember running nearly that fast, but not quite. Your short sprinter, Jenna Prandini, got out like a rocket, and the strength and the speed endurance of Jackson with that 400-metre speed endurance just clawed her back. It was a wonderful race. The world number 2 against the world number 4. These are 2 of the fastest women in the world over this distance, and it was a wonderful race that we hoped. Look at the technique, holding her form. Jackson's not tired. She usually runs 400 metres, but that's a good turn of speed. Look at what she clawed back over the last 60 metres. And I can tell you as a sprinter, you're like, she's coming, she's coming. They will know Shericka Jackson's coming with her 400-metre strength. That was a brilliant race.
But if you watch Prandini coming off the turn, she doesn't get up. She sort of runs into the bend instead of using the centrifugal force and coming tall.
Shericka Jackson reaffirmed her status as one of the most formidable athletes in global sprinting with a commanding display in this 200-meter contest. The field brought together notable names such as the United States Jenna Prandini, Britain's Beth Dobbin, and France's Jennifer Gallet. Yet, the anticipation centered on the showdown between Jackson and Prandini, both celebrated for their speed and competitive intensity over this distance. Prandini burst from the blocks with explosive acceleration, immediately establishing herself at the front. Renowned for her fierce starts, she treated the opening bend like an all-out dash, attacking it with purpose and urgency. The Americans' aggressive tactic created early separation, but it came at a cost. Meanwhile, Jackson, stationed in lane 7, adopted a different rhythm. Her background as a 400-meter specialist allowed her to remain composed, conserving energy while staying technically precise. By the halfway mark, the difference in strategy began to tell. Prandini's sprint mechanics, so sharp at the start, faltered as she exited the curve. Her posture wavered, and her stride lost its efficiency under the strain. Jackson, however, was biding her time. With roughly 60 meters remaining, she shifted gears, unleashing her trademark late surge. The controlled patience of the opening phase transformed into devastating speed as she closed rapidly on her rival. The final meters showcased Jackson's superiority. Prandini, visibly straining, fought to maintain momentum, while Jackson powered forward with fluid, relentless strides. Her endurance and technical mastery, refined through years of longer sprints, carried her past Prandini with authority. She crossed the line well ahead, delivering a victory that highlighted her trademark finishing strength and her ability to dismantle opponents in the closing stages. This contest reinforced a long-observed truth. Athletes with 400-meter pedigrees often thrive in the 200 meters, their endurance allowing them to maintain velocity when others falter. Jackson's tactical precision and disciplined execution illustrated exactly why she has become such a dominant force in the half-lap race. In the broader arc of her career, this performance marked an important chapter in her transition from quarter-miler to world-class sprinter over shorter distances. The progression ultimately led to her achieving a staggering 21.41-second personal best in 2022, ranking her second on the all-time list. Her journey speaks not only to her adaptability but also to her commitment to perfecting every aspect of her craft. Looking toward major championships such as the Paris Olympics, Jackson continues to stand out as a central figure in women's sprinting. While injuries have occasionally disrupted her momentum, she has consistently demonstrated resilience, returning stronger after setbacks. If she sustains her current trajectory and remains healthy, the prospect of a world record is no longer unimaginable. What unfolded in 2018 offered an early glimpse into the brilliance of her career. The combination of tactical patience, blistering acceleration, and unwavering mental strength has made Jackson one of the most exciting sprinters of her era. Regardless of whether she chooses to focus on the 100m, 200m, or perhaps revisit the 400m, her presence ensures that every race she enters is a must-watch spectacle.